All right, my man. State your name. Let them know you on Nickavelli TV.
My name is J-Main, and I'm on Nickavelli TV.
All right, man. We're going to get it in. You're a Knicks fan, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Have been for some time.
Yes? What's the greatest player on the Knicks you like? Or who's the greatest player, shall I say?
In my opinion, there were several. Okay, I liked it, Earl of Pearl Monroe.
Talk to me about his game real quick.
Well,
Earl Pearl.
he had, in my opinion, he had a natural game. He had a game that I did when I was growing up.
Okay.
You know, he played, he played with a natural flow, a natural rhythm. You know, he played with everybody. It wasn't just like a one-man team.
Okay.
When it was time for him to step up, he stepped up.
All right.
And I liked his spin. He was, in my opinion, he was the most, in terms of spinning and floating and all of that. He was one of the best, in my opinion.
Oh, so he was the one who invented that move.
Exactly.
The spin move.
Exactly.
You see that a lot in today's game.
But in my opinion, no one did it as well as he did. I mean, he would come through 4 or 5 different players, spinning and moving and laying up right on. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And what happens is that they knew that he was so nice with that spin that if they got too close to him, a foul would be called. And 9 out of 10, he made the shot and went to the line.
Wow, this is Earl the Pearl.
Earl the Pearl Monroe.
Dave the Butcher.
Dave the Butcher. Dave the Butcher was one of my type idols, is because Dave the Butcher, in my opinion, when the group at some point began to, in a sense, get slightly out of rhythm, the Butcher was the one, you understand, that brought everything back together.
Okay. All right. And
the Knicks of the 90s, okay.
The Knicks of the 90s.
The Knicks of the 90s, if I'm not mistaken, you had, you had Patrick.
You're right.
Am I correct? You had
John Starks, Anthony Mason.
Anthony Mason and stuff like that. But that's my point. They didn't play as a team together.
You don't think so?
No, they came close. But they weren't, see, that chemistry that was once had, like I said, back in the 70s and the 60s, that the Knicks possessed, okay? It was like, it wasn't just one man that made the team good or that made the team better. Each one of them made each other better. And that's ball playing. Now that's my era. If you look at some of the old tapes of the Knicks when they played, you will see that it wasn't just one man that just went, it was a combination of everyone was doing their thing.
And this is the 70 Knicks you're talking about?
70s, 60s.
Okay, but when we talking about the early 90s, and with the
don't get me wrong,
Patrick Ewing era.
Don't get me wrong. I like the Knicks, period. But as time went on, that game of basketball kind of, even with the rules and stuff like that.
Right.
It tend to change. And my point in saying that is that, in all teams, mostly they're looking for just one player. You understand? One star player to lead the team. Whereas the Knicks that I knew, they relied on each other. They played team ball. They all were good.
All right, and what you think about Chris Porzingis, today's Knick?
That's what I'm saying. He had the potential to be one of the Knicks that I remember. But what happens is, here's my thing. From my experience of basketball, when I grew up playing basketball, the only time there was one person, he had to be at least 5 feet taller than you. Okay. You understand what I'm trying to say? That everybody went to. And everybody else, you understand what I'm saying, didn't hardly have no game. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And like you just mentioned Porzingis. He's something, he's a force on that team. You understand? Right. But the way the coaches, up to date, in my opinion, pretty much, they're looking for one particular or 2 particular go-to people. Okay. And in basketball, from my experience, it has to be done as a team. And that's when the win is. I'm going to show you a perfect example. Okay? The Boston Celtics.
Okay. Trying to be nice, y'all. You notice I ain't saying nothing once he mentioned Boston. Go ahead.
No, I'm just making a point.
The Boston Celtics, go ahead.
You know, they played as a team.
Okay.
And when they got that force and when they got Bird, forget about it. And look how many championships that they won.
Okay.
You had Parrish, you had McHale. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and they went on a streak of winning. It's a difference when everyone is on the same page and they play as a team and everyone contributes and they have a rhythm and a flow with each other.
Okay, I agree.
Today's basketball, not saying that they take from it, is that, case in point, I believe that the Knicks would be a much better team if they went back to playing ball the way they did back in the day.
And with that being said, it's your boy Nicovelli on Nicovelli TV. Peace.